saying hello again today on October the 11th, 2011 from Blyth, Ontario, a lovely little town in southwestern Ontario. Here with me is Eric Coates, the artistic director of the Blyth Festival. Very well appreciated, well loved and award-winning theatre festival. And we are backstage right now. What is this area, Eric?
We're in what's called the crossover. This is a hallway that runs behind the stage, which is also doubles as a workspace for the electricians who hang the lighting equipment and maintain it during the season. What you're looking at right now is a lot of the gear that's hung up here is surplus equipment that's been taken down for the off-season. Some of it's of a certain vintage.
Yes, absolutely.
But some of it's fairly new. I mean,
gives it character, that's for sure.
Yeah,
that's
but
great.
We've improved our stock over the years, and the facility gets used year-round by various groups, so we have to keep this in working order.
Great.
I'll take you through. We're going to walk through backstage left, which is the smaller of our two wing spaces. There's roller skates. Props from an upcoming show that we're working on with some community players.
Okay.
And I'll take you right out on.
And are these the actual chairs for the?
That is a set piece from a play we did last year about life backstage.
Okay.
So we just recreated elements of a dressing room that were on stage.
That's really cute.
Yeah, it was quite funny because actors who have worked here realized it was an exact replica of our dressing rooms here.
Walking through the curtains here.
Walking through onto the stage inside Memorial Hall. And this is a very beloved, simple memorial hall. It was built as an auditorium for the community in 1920 after the First World War, and it's,
I wanted to show this plaque here, actually.
It is the cenotaph for the village. Blyth sent quite a few young men off to World War I, and it's really it's quite moving when you read the names here and realize that all these men came from a tiny village of 1,000.
Exactly, and it was called the European War.
Yes.
It was not yet called the World War I, because nobody could foresee another one was to come. So this is actually wonderful. There was a really neat, interesting desk here. I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, this is a fun thing. We partnered with a community group to produce a play that's a fundraiser for the local women's shelter, and it's a beautiful, beautiful Canadian play called The Clockmaker by Stephen Massicott. An unusual choice for a community theatre to do. So we've offered some resources to support them along the way.
And you're directing.
And I've donated my services as a director for it.
Great.
Just because I believe in what they're doing. And it's the kind of play that we would really have trouble producing for a summer festival because it's very dark themes. Right. But what I decided to do, because the community theatre has limited resources and we had limited time to get it together, there are a lot of sound effects in the play. And I said, well, why don't we have someone perform the sound effects live?
That's cool.
So we have a Foley artist, a local fella who never thought that he would end up being a Foley artist, but he sits back here and he types away for his sound effects, and he's got a rain stick, and he's got a thunder stick that he uses, and there's bells and whistles. It's called The Clockmaker, and there's a... Oops, I can't even make it work. It's a cuckoo call.
Oh, a cuckoo.
Yeah, so the... Bob knows how to make it work.
Oh, now you
there
got
we go.
it.
Now I got it. Just a little rehearsal.
Exactly.
We have a cow. We have footsteps.
Oh,
and we have a door.
With a real doorknob. I love it.
Doorknob.
Yeah.
So he creates this whole world of sound back here. That's a lot of fun, and it's been really neat watching. Bob, the fellow who's doing this, sort of sink his teeth into it. Initially, he said, "You want me to do what?" And now he's.
So this is his first time.
Yeah, it's his first time doing it, and now he's completely smitten with the whole process, and he's very protective of all his stuff.
I can imagine. Don't touch it.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
Well, that's probably how theater happened, maybe 80 or 100 years ago, with sound effects being homemade. Yeah, well, or even radio productions at that time.
Well, that's when you produce drama for radio. It's all done like this.
Exactly.
So the art actually still exists quite actively in radio production, primarily at CBC, and people are always fascinated to see it happen.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. What a really unique angle of theater production, and I'm sure the audience gets just as much a kick out of it to see the guy doing it all.
Yeah, that's my only concern. We haven't, the play hasn't opened yet. My only concern is that people are going to spend all their time watching him back
exactly.
here, so.
You have to sort of keep the lighting down in that area a little bit. Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on that we haven't touched on? Any other upcoming community productions in the winter?
Well, there are various rental shows that come through here, but none of them are produced by the Blyth Festival, but we handle ticket sales for them. So Red Green is coming. Things like that.
Green, yeah, he's famous, that's for sure. And your season goes from what month to what month?
We generally start producing late June or early July and run through till Labor Day. It's a fairly short run, but like I said, it's packed full of things. And,
well, 4 plays.
Yeah, we actually get 4 plays up and running simultaneously on this little stage.
Amazing.
The crew is always...
And just the logistics of shifting all the backdrops and all that type of stuff around must be quite amazing. You must have quite a significant impact on the economy of the area, I would think.
We do. It's a major economic driver for the region, and actually the Tourism Association in the area did a study several years ago, and it's fairly well established that every $1 that's spent on a theater ticket generates from $5 to $7.
That's a humongous return.
Revenue. It is, and people. It's really important for people to understand that is an investment.
Absolutely.
It's a worthwhile investment.
Exactly.
And that the money doesn't just show up in the theater's coffers.
No.
It's in the restaurants, it's the gas stations,
exactly.
It's the
bed and
B&Bs,
breakfast, hotels, all that type of stuff. Well, it's a wonderful area. We've spent a lovely 2.5 days so far here and in Ontario's west coast, and I'm so glad to have had a chance to actually get a sneak peek behind the scenes at the Blyth Festival. Thank you so much, Eric. Really appreciate it. Please do give our audience one more time the web address where they can look up next season.
Yep. It is blythfestival.com. Just one word, Blyth Festival, B-L-Y-T-H Festival. We have a toll-free number. You can call us from anywhere in Canada on that website.
Awesome. I hope to catch a play next year.
I hope to see you.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Thanks.